What's up guys, SkyKevin here, and today I wanted to talk about a quick update on the current state of Atlas as of August 13th in making this video. Hit subscribe if you like this kind of content and want to be kept in the loop. So, let's get started.
Monster, how should I feel? Creatures lie here, looking through the window. Monster, how should I feel? Creatures lie here, looking through the window.
Since the last wipe in July, Atlas has managed to keep a relatively strong player base and retention. In the last 7 days, the player base has kept at around 4,000 players during peak times. If we look back about 30 days ago after the wipe, there were about 6,000 players that returned to play. This has definitely seemed to level out, as most of the losses were the ones who immediately became bored after the first week of playing post-wipe. But that being said, I think we can attribute this to the work that has been done by the developers so far in giving more community interaction and content updates. Although small and short, there were 5 different blog posts in the month of July. If you look at previous developers' track records, you'd be lucky to get one update every 3 months for Atlas. Further, the changes they have made have usually been met with a mostly positive attitude. The addition of farmhouses put a lot more resources in the players' hands, freeing them from the tedium of constantly grinding basic materials. Instead, I've seen more players out on the sea hunting ghost ships and other players because the restock cost has been made a trivial need. Of course, the new map has also helped with this, seeing as players now feel the need to collect in the center maw of the map. There, the concentrated amount of high-level ghost ships are the perfect place for them to farm blueprints, and they often see a lot of fleet versus fleet action, especially because your ally may only be a single tile away. There are still some issues, of course. Many players are angry with the amount of bugs that still exist in the game, and more specifically with the experience given from doing some of the endgame boss monsters. Players are able to abuse the system and hit max level right now quite easily, so some temporary band-aid steps have been taken by the developers to cap their level to a lower limit. Aside from that, there have been plenty of player versus player driven interactions as well. The free ports are now full of different trading stalls, and you can constantly find people there. It makes the game feel much more alive than it did before the Season 4 wipe. The next update, happening sometime later this week, has promised to deliver another new building, the Warehouse, which is essentially going to be a prefab building that they can collect and store all the resources from a nearby farmhouse. The thing that interests me is that they teased many upcoming changes to the overall structure and feel of the game. They are looking to change how the game is played, and likely these types of buildings will lead to some kind of incentive to build these micro-settlements on islands instead of giant cube bases. Further, they tease that there will be new mechanics on how boats sail the ocean, and that new ships will finally eventually be available once they fix how wind works. This is something tons of Atlas players were waiting for, and I'm sure a lot of players may want to come back to the game when the new wind system and new ships are in place. That's it for today. Don't forget to subscribe for more updates on this as well as other games. I've got a few new videos coming through as well that hopefully will get people hyped for some of the new MMOs and content in the future. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.